All right, thank you guys. Hoffenheim takes on Leipzig, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Start Time. Leipzig's the $2.25 favorite, totals 3.5 flat. The draw's plus 380. And if you like Hoffenheim in an upset, they're plus 550 for some money line cash. And following Wednesday's sports wagering action, I'm 10-1 in my last 11 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, the Daily Extra Pick is one of those packages that I sell, as I'm also 15-4 in my last 19 picks in that category as well. And that's good for 79% over the course of nearly the past 3 weeks in that package. Now, I also sell a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to as well. A lot of great variety on that site. And if you just want to check out the website a little bit, maybe browse, check out my current record, it's located right on the homepage. And the link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Hoffenheim's won just 2 out of their last 10. And that includes 3 embarrassing shutout losses during that span. Hoffenheim was shut out by Hertha Berlin 3-0. Freiburg 1-0, and Bayern Munich by the final of 6-0. They're taking on a Leipzig team who's just 4 points behind Dortmund for that second place spot in Bundesliga. Leipzig having a great year. They haven't lost a match in their last 12, and that includes non-league competition as well. They also let's try that again. They also held their opponents scoreless in 7 out of those dozen outings. Leipzig ranks 3rd in Bundesliga in total goals scored, along with ranking 2nd in total goals allowed. They're giving up just 1.06 goals per game on average thus far on the season. Now, total-wise, 5 out of Leipzig's last 8 stayed under the total of 3.5 goals. 8 out of their last dozen also stayed under that total. Meanwhile, on the Hoffenheim side, 4 out of their last 6 stayed under the 3.5 themselves. Give me RB Leipzig winning this one straight up, in the under 3.5 in that match. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Friday's soccer action. We're going to cover a couple different leagues here. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you that once again, after Wednesday's sports wagering action, we are 10-1 in our last 11 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, that's a great website where I sell sports picks and sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Now, one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And in addition to going 10-1 in my last 11, I'm also hitting at 15-4 in my last 19 picks in that category. And that is good for 79% during that span. Guys, I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Link for that site is in the description section below. All right, next matchup, it's going to be in the Coppa Italia. I'm talking about Juventus taking on AC Milan, 3 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Juventus are the $1.82 favorite, totals 2.5, slightly juiced to the over. The draw is plus 290, and if you like AC Milan in an upset, they're plus $5 to win it. Milan's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 6, including a 2-1 loss to Genoa in their last outing. They were also doubled up by Inter Milan 4-2 during that stretch as well. AC Milan's been victorious in just 10 out of 26 total matches thus far in the season. They also ranked 15th out of 20 teams in total goals scored with just 28. And that's an average of just 1.07 goals per contest in league play. They're taking on a Juventus squad who shut out Inter Milan in their last outing before the shutdown, 2-0. They've only lost just 1 out of their last 5, including a 2-0 shutout victory over Brescia as well. Juventus is currently in first place out of 20 teams in the Serie A standings. They also rank first in goals allowed in Serie A as well. They're giving up just an average of just 0.92 goals per game in league play. Now, total-wise, Juventus' last 2 straight matches before the break stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. 4 out of their last 5 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the other side, Milan saw 3 out of their last 4 stay under that total as well. Give me Juventus winning this one outright and the under 2.5 in that contest. All right, next match I have for you, it is going to be in the Spanish La Liga. I'm talking about Granada taking on Getafe, 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Getafe's the plus money favorite at plus 145, totals 2 goals, juice to the over. The draw is plus $1.95, and if you like Granada in an upset, they're plus 225 for some money line cash. Now, Granada hasn't lost a match in their last 5 straight, and that includes an impressive 3-0 shutout loss to Osasuna during that stretch. They also beat Valladolid 2-1 during that span as well. Granada's currently in 8th place out of 20 clubs in Spanish La Liga. They're also in 7th in goals allowed, giving up just 1.18 goals per game on average for the season. They're squaring off against a Getafe club who's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 4, including a humiliating 3-0 shutout loss to Sevilla during that stretch. They also lost 2-1 to Ajax in UEFA competition, along with being held scoreless by Celta Vigo in a 0-0 draw. Now, scoring-wise, Getafe's last 2 straight stayed under the total of 2 goals. Meanwhile, on the other side, just 1 out of Granada's last 3 got over that number themselves. So with all that said and done, give me the underdog in this one. I'm leaning toward Granada, plus 225, catching the plus money, and the under 2 goals in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Valencia taking on Levante, and that's going to be a 4 p.m. Eastern start time. Valencia is minus 135, totals 2.5 juice to the over. The draw is plus 290, and if you like Levante to win it, they're plus 360 on the money line. Now, Levante's been victorious in just 2 out of their last 9, including 3 shutout losses during that span. They were held scoreless by Eibar, Osasuna, and Alaves. Levante's also scored just 2 goals in their last 4 outings. They're taking on a Valencia club who's lost just 1 out of their last 3 themselves, including a 2-1 victory over Real Betis during that stretch. They also played Deportivo Alaves to a tough 1-1 draw during that span as well. Valencia's just 4 points back of 4th place in the 20-team La Liga. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, Valencia saw 2 out of their last 3 go over the total of 2.5 goals. 7 out of their last 8 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the other side, Levante saw 2 out of their last 4 get over the 2.5 themselves. Give me Valencia minus 135 and the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Patreon platform, shout-out to Link Cryer, Aaron Bell, Chris Dewberry, John Johnson, JScore24, Joseph Campbell, Jamal Hilliard, Derek Pitts, Felipe Silva, and Walter Jiminson. Next, from our Instagram platform, shout out to Wei Zong, Angel Chen, Will Slade, Wang Lu Chen, Matt Milliser, Dan Morangu, Brian Z, Alman Gadanke, Bub Jonesy, and Adrian Mihalka. And finally, from our YouTube platform, shout out to G Treasy, Ari Joseph, Bo Dunn, Hotboy Chris, Teddy Choba, Anthony Jackson, Joseph Thompson, John Lewis, Michael Raymer, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to my man, Matt Mayer. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. There's a lot of great stuff going on. That daily extra pick package is red hot right now, 10-1 in our last 11. If you decide that you're going to pull the trigger and sign up for a membership, what will happen is we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. That's Patreon's billing cycle. It's the way they do it. So if you sign up today, you're going to get access to the daily extra pick and the daily best play through the end of the month, and then your account will get auto-billed on the 1st of July, and you'll get access to all of July's premium content after we auto-bill you. So anyway, we'll bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday or Friday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.